We're live.
Welcome back, everybody, to Palimpsest, the International Art Alliance. We are a collaborative group of artists who came together during the pandemic. And then we decided that we didn't want to lose our online connection because it had been so rich and rewarding for all of us. So we started a project where we are painting on the same painting. Seven artists are sending, first, we're sending a 5x7 test painting around the world by actual snail mail. And each of us are painting a layer on the same painting. At the end of all of this, we are aiming to have a gallery showing and to come together in real time, all of us are playing, because right now we are far and disparate. We have Stephanie McLean in Toronto, artist extraordinaire, painting in the back these beautiful fishies, which I'm enamored with. And we have Lara
Thanks.
Fedetto, who is in the UK, originally from Italy, also painting in between her world travels right now. And Denise Buisman Pilger in Saint Jérôme, Quebec, originally from Holland, but Denise is a world traveler who suffers from wanderlust. So she goes everywhere. Cheryl Wilcox, down under on the Gold Coast of Australia, our Lily Pond master these days. And we are missing our member Ross C. Berman, who is in LA, and we're wishing Ross a quick recovery because as human beings, we all have these little things we have to deal with. I am Rose L. Williams. I'm in Vancouver, where we are having another heat dome because of global warming. So if I look like I'm sweating profusely, I am. But hopefully, I won't completely melt. And we'll have a lovely time today because we have a couple paintings to unbox. And it's always an exciting day because none of us know what's going to happen. So I would love to start our unboxing experience here with Miss Stephanie McLean in Toronto. You have a painting?
I do.
All right. I
This came
can't
to
tell if
me,
you
hiding all the addresses. This came to me from Denise in Saint Jérôme, Quebec. And let's see, I don't even know which painting it is.
But I will refresh
Okay.
your memory. I was
Oh,
I was
it's
holding it
painting
when I was in
B.
Toronto a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, yes, it's painting B. And I only know because it's all highlighted under B. So without even looking at, oh, yeah, I remember which one this is. Oh, okay.
dry
I,
Oh,
I
roll.
and
I wonder if our
the
audience
wrapping.
remembers.
Yeah,
I
that'd be a
wonder if
good
our audience remembers
good
which
test.
painting we were holding in Toronto last like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I wonder if we have an
I
audience
don't remember.
Okay,
If we
well,
do
here we
have an
go. So just
audience, hit a like button or like wave or something.
You can always put some questions down in the below and we'll answer them too. So in the comments. Oh, that looks like a nice experience. Look at your face.
so pretty.
Ooh.
Look at that. It's so hard to these, you know what? The camera really does not do these justice.
Oh, that's
I'm looking at the yeah,
painting
it's pretty, but it's
B.
even prettier in real life. It really is.
This is the painting that looks good
Wow.
in all
It
orientations.
does.
Here it is vertical. And then here it is this way. And this way it looks like dragonfly is flying away. And then we go that way.
Wow. That's become stunning.
It's beautiful. It really is. I'm trying to figure out which way to put it now. I'm going to look at the
Are you going to
dragonfly
be the
and
final, are you going to be the final layer on that one?
I'm going to be the final layer. Yes, I am. Look how pretty. You know what? It's really interesting how so many things mirror each other on, on the X axis and on the Y axis as well. And
That's
that's
exactly.
probably why it looks so good, right? That probably why it can be turned in any orientation or presented in any orientation that we see fit. Yeah, it's really,
it's interesting
really
the way we
pretty. I
started
really love this.
mirroring one another in composition wise. It was almost like intuitively mirroring each other's compositional elements, like a dance.
It's exactly
It's
what I
true.
did actually in there.
Yeah,
Because I didn't add a whole
where,
lot.
Okay, where is your layer, Denise?
I didn't
What did
add
you
a
add?
whole
Did you
lot.
add this blue?
No, the blue is
No?
Lara's. I actually added
Oh.
the yellow that's on top of the blue.
Oh.
I mirrored all the lights.
I see all of this.
Yes, and then I pulled it in the top there, that yellow, that sunset area, sunrise area. It was mostly on the left
sunrise.
Yeah, whatever. It was mostly on the left side, so I tried to pull it, and then actually made the yellow on the outside like reflect also on either side. It was there a little bit, but I made it like I made an exact copy of the. I used tracing paper to match the light.
Wow,
fabulous!
That looks great.
So it's
and
very
signatures
minimal,
on the
actually.
back?
What I did. It's not a
But
whole
that's
minimal,
but color sense, it made everything blue pop. It made the cools pop.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because of the warm. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's really interesting, and I think we're all maybe looking for a sense of balance in each painting, right? So we see, okay, that's there.
That reminds me, I did another thing. I also added, there was on Lara's blue on the top there, that shape. There's a white shape in there on the top. No, the other blue on the other side. The blue in the white.
This
on
here?
On the other side of the painting. Below.
Yeah. Sorry, the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, below.
There
here.
was a white shape, and I mirrored that white shape. Yes.
Over here.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. And you know what? That's where I saw the symmetry. Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
Isn't that cool?
That. Yeah. I forgot what I did, but that's what else I did.
That is amazing.
Lovely.
I can't wait to see what you have.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have to read. So just so everyone knows, we along with each of these 5x7 paintings, we sent around what we call our intention for each layer. So we have this paperwork. And this is a checklist that Denise devised. Make sure we didn't forget anything when we were shipping each other all the paintings. So we have all the intentions basically. So the person, so Julie, who had to kind of step away from the group because she's extremely busy, which is extremely great for her. But she started this painting, and she wrote the initial intention for the painting. And so what we do is basically follow that intention and try to make her intention become a reality in the painting.
That's right. And then, of course, as each person adds their layer, we also write our subsequent intention, so that the piece is developing its own little passport or visa of travels. And by the end, it's developed its own personality, which is kind of interesting. Okay, I have a painting too.
Yes.
So,
who's this?
Yay.
And not whose is it, but which letter is it?
I literally don't know which one this is, because this one has been missing in action.
All right. Well, this is going to be truly a mystery for all of us.
Let's see.
And it is painting E.
Painting Ross.
E.
The one Ross started.
Oh, the one that Ross began. Oh, this is so subtle and deep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I know that one really doesn't come out on camera. It's.
You know what? Oh, no. Okay. Sorry. I forgot. There is one last person. 2 more rows.
Ooh.
That's beautiful. That looks like some I don't know. It looks like
You see the subtleties in texture on this one
Yeah.
are very deep. It makes you want to kind of step into it, because the textural quality on this one is paramount, really. Oh
Yeah.
my.
That
I wish
piece
we
really.
could actually see it, because I
Yeah.
can't really see the texture, but I see there's texture there, but I can't really get an
Yeah.
idea. You know, that reminds me of like
Got
Arabian Nights or something.
Yeah.
Like it just reminds me of, you know,
Yeah,
those
me
buildings, those
too.
Arabian buildings, and the black, and then a whole bunch of either, I don't know, rose
Yeah.
petals or red hydrangea petals or something. It's really pretty.
It's wow, I could sit with this one for a while. This is a beauty. The textural quality is really, really important on this piece.
Yeah, it
And,
really is a piece that is that you really have to see in person, because there's so much subtlety happening in a dark area that Ross created.
Yes, and also you can see his brush strokes in the original gesso.
Yeah.
So you can't see that on the camera, but when we have our show, IRL, if people want to come and see this piece and all the little details, TBA, where exactly we're going to have our show. We're still working on that. This one has myself, Stephanie, and Cheryl yet to paint on it. So it's going to transform quite a bit more. And it's just I don't know what Julie exactly did on this.
I don't think she did anything. I think by then she didn't have time to add anything anymore.
That's right. That's right.
So I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see what we will see.
So do you first
I love
instincts, do you have ideas for it, Rose?
Yes, I do actually. The textural quality, and then there's already some collage element here, so I'm feeling like I might stick something dark and textural in there.
Ooh, I love it. But I'm a texture junkie, so.
I know, you and your papers.
Oh, me and my papers.
I was at Opus today, and they have all these drawers of all the different Japanese, Asian papers, and all you want to do is like touch.
I know, me too. We had this store in Nagoya, and it was like literally just drawers and drawers and drawers of paper, and they allowed you to go in there, and you were allowed to touch everything, and they never bothered you. You could just like pick. They had these rolling tables. You could just pick one of the rolling tables, stick your bag underneath, and just wander the store for hours and hours and just collect all the pretty papers.
Oh my gosh. Nice. Okay, that's on my to-do list before I die.
Yeah, it was the best place ever.
Honestly, like once upon a time, it was Pearl's Art in New York. It's not there anymore, but it was famous. Yes. Like 5 floors of this huge building in New York, Chinatown. And the mind just kind of went woof, 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 when entered that place, right? It was like, I did that one, but now I'm going to have to go to your paper store.
Yeah.
In Nagoya, in Japan.
Yeah, Kamino Ondo in Nagoya. I'll send you a pin.
All right, Cheryl, how about showing us what you've done with the painting you unboxed last time.
Wow.
This was the little painting from Lara, and this was first started with Lara's daughter. And I'm just trying to think back to the intention, and it was a little bit about dark and light, and I suppose and then as other people had added to it, they talked about progressing in life and experiences, and
her face got fleshed out.
Well, I just decided that, we always have 2 sides to us. So I sort of decided to just dig out a few of the features in the dark. I felt like nothing's forever dark.
Right.
I was just I just like to just dig out a few features. And Don't know. I'm just looking at it now. That sort of white shape there. I might end up softening the. I also felt I felt that the head was floating, and I wanted to connect the head more to the environment. I felt like the head was just floating when I received it, and I was trying to sort of think about. I just don't really like that sort of concept of headless people. And I don't like that, you know how people seem to, when I lived in China,
Or bodiless people.
oh yeah, bodiless people. You know, in China, they had, everybody collected these heads off statues. And I just sort of felt like it was just sort of, I don't know, wasn't right for me. I just didn't like these heads just hanging around the house, like without the rest of them. Anyway, so I had this overwhelming feeling. I just wanted to connect the head
To the space. Yeah.
to the life. So anyway, that's where we're up to now.
So you're not
Cheryl,
quite done
did you
with
also?
it.
And you also put some highlights on the drops, which I love, which I should have done. But that looks great.
Yeah, because I was trying to sort of enhance the concept of sinking into the water, like coming out of the flames into the water. And then I was thinking about putting some jewel beetles on the things, but I felt that it was dominating too much. So I was trying to sort of get like a walk in or a path in, or how to, you know, we're following the gold leaf, we're following the path. And then I thought, well, the fire, you know, you're walking out of the flames or out of the fire. So I actually sort of added a bit more there, because when I was looking, the blacks were really black, so the face and the head, like I said, it was sort of like, it was looking bodiless, if that's anyway, so.
Love it.
Lara, I'd love to hear
Lovely.
your thoughts on how this painting is progressing.
I love how it's progressing. Unfortunately, I cannot see quite well. No, sorry. Now we can. Oh, perfect. I couldn't pin your image.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. It's like a coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get more of that, the concept of being developed by life.
Yeah.
There is always sort of two sides rather than the light and the dark. And I remember, and also I thought she wasn't smiling enough, so I actually took out that shadow a tiny little bit. I felt that it was, I know, isn't that weird? Like, I just sort of thought, oh, there was a shadow that was just a little bit darker back down through here, and it made her face. Anyway, and I went, no. So I knocked that back a little bit, because I thought she had to, well.
You wanted her to be more positive in her approach to transformation.
I don't know. Anyway, how funny. Where do you get these from?
So
Where did they come from?
Are you the last layer on this one, or is there more to come?
Yes.
It's the last layer. Wow. Okay.
So what do you think?
I think take a picture and upload it to our media file right away for me.
All right.
Yes.
When you're
So
done
you
with
guys-
it, 'cause
So you
it
also
sounds-
put the eye in.
Yeah.
So you think
Yeah,
that
I
it's
can
done?
brush out
Her right
the
eye?
nose and the lips, and it's just, she has more
I think
dimension.
I just have to load a little bit. I just sort of felt that I needed to dig something out of the rest of her face. I just felt that
You did.
we have a put, like, even though it's light and dark, we're still there. Anyway.
Right.
So I was
But
sort of,
you said that you felt it wasn't quite done yet.
white.
see that arrow that's created through there, this shape, that large whitish shape there, I feel as if that's really dominating. I don't know whether or not it
My
should
eye
be
goes
just,
right there.
Yeah.
Can you see? Yeah. I felt like it was.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and I almost
Nice
feel that it needs to be
contrast.
it just needs to be knocked back with a color, not white.
Just
Yeah.
a little
Makes
bit.
sense.
Just change the value.
Mhm.
Yeah. It just needs to be knocked back.
That way
And
her face will come out further too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel as if her face is the main thing, and that I feel as if that's almost well, you can see it there. It just looks a little bit. I think I'll just knock it back a little bit.
Yeah.
She looks like a goddess.
Yeah,
Really.
she does.
Yeah. Yeah. She's transforming all right.
I don't remember who intervened in each piece.
No,
I
it's almost
remember
like
just
seamless.
Rose.
Mine was the leaf collage.
Yeah.
The leaf collage. Yeah.
I added the gold paint in her face and in her hair.
The highlights.
Yeah.
Ross did the red eye, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Yes.
the flames, I think.
The flame, I think,
flames.
Rose.
Yes.
Rose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I added those 2 drops.
Here. The blue and the blue under the here in this part, who had it?
Yeah, I added. So I did the blue because I think that it was actually it was actually a cool blue, and for the shadow to sit, it needed to be a warm blue. So what I did was I changed it to ultramarine to bring down
But wasn't
the
it
shadow.
Julie that added the blue originally?
It might have been.
I think it might have been
Yeah.
Julie that added the blue originally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have
Okay.
been, yeah.
Okay.
And the other eye, who made it? You?
I did that too. So what I did was that I think that was black. So the whole part of her
was.
face, it looked black. And
Yeah.
so what I did was that I just dug out. Yeah. Okay. So I just dug out an eye and the feature. I think I actually like the chin. I just sort of lightened up some of the features in the face rather than having it a black flat face. I just sort of dug that out. I put a bit of gold over it to define her hair.
Yeah, that's nice.
I tried to actually darken just a touch of that background, just so
you
that we
carved
had
her
her
out a
head.
little.
Yeah.
Just so that we had her head. And then I actually dug out, there was actually a piece of the collage that came right down in her eye, and I sort of like tried to duplicate the 2 eyebrows. So of course that was you know how you look from side to side? You've got to have like a pathway, how you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And then when I thought I'll put some jewel beetles in, and I thought, nah, she doesn't want bugs in her hair. And then I got carried away and I thought, oh my God, these need some highlights. And then I thought, oh, fire and flames. And I thought, okay. Anyway.
What I really, really appreciate in your explanation here is that it illustrates exactly what we are all discovering about this project, is that you are searching for what the painting needs and not necessarily what you as an artist are bringing to it, but you're just like looking for the things that the painting wants you to add.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just how to pull out. Yeah. Just how to pull out little pieces, and that's all I was
listening to it, almost telling you what it needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that we're not imposing our style, like Denise said, right? We're not imposing our style on the painting, but I'm just going to repeat what you just said.
Yeah.
But we're servicing the painting, so to speak.
I'm saying that because that was my initial instinct when we first started this test series. The first couple of times I got a painting, I felt like I needed to add something that was me. So it needed to be either a transfer, or it needed to be something city or whatever. And it's not at all what it needs to do. It's not at all like what you're adding. You're adding what the painting needs and what fits, which is so freeing as an artist to be able to just like do something that
I suppose then our biases come out. You know, I suppose that is when it's like that concept that I was sort of talking about, how I just really don't like heads that float. I really didn't like that idea that someone had cut out a head and put it, you know, that you know, the way that cosmetic companies do it with women, they'll have like an eye or a lip, or they'll have like every little item is sort of separate. And I really I just dislike that also. I just don't feel as if women or people with makeup on come in separate pieces.
Yeah, you know what, Cheryl? I've shared that with you as a feminist for a long time. Especially when I was younger, I used to feel kind of queasy sometimes, even.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Advertising images of the parts of the body just cut off from the other parts. And I do it with male bodies now, you know, like it's always equal opportunity exploitation. But I find it a bit disturbing. Almost to me, I don't like those those heads, those animal heads that people mount on the wall, it makes me feel like I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
There's just such a massive disconnect from its body.
Yeah. See, and I feel like
yeah, but sorry, but I have a question. But if you make a portrait, you have to cut a part of the body. You have to put the face. So it's part of the artwork to cut part of the body. So I
yeah,
don't
but that's
understand really.
yeah, but that's a focusing in on what you like, whereas the advertisers have a different intention. Their intention is only the eyes or the mouth or the lips.
I'm not.
Whereas a portraiture.
I'm not talking about the advertising. I'm talking about a portrait, because if you said you don't like to cut a part of a body, but to do a portrait, you have to cut a part of a body.
Yeah, I was meaning more in terms of the intention.
In my next series, what I'm working on, I'm cutting part of the face. So I'm doing maybe just the eye, just...
yeah, but Laura, it's different when it's through the eye of the artist. It's completely different when it's you are conveying part of you when you do that, right? When it's the advertising industry, it's a whole other thing. It's like
it's the intention behind it.
Yeah, the intention. Yeah.
It is. A lot of times with art, it is the intention.
But we were talking about
this
portrait. So I don't understand why it seems like cut the part of the body.
Because it was floating too much, but where the blacks and the whites were contrasting, it wasn't grounded, I think is the word.
So your daughter's head looked as if it was separate from the environment.
Yeah.
To the space that was around it, it wasn't coherent anymore. Yeah.
See,
to me
it looked like the white was her shoulder. I honestly did not see a disembodied head. I didn't, but because
you didn't. Sorry, I didn't.
No, I didn't see. No, I did not see a disembodied head.
I think it's more that she was sort of separated from what was happening in the rest of the painting.
Oh,
so it was.
I see.
Her. Okay, it was the like your daughter, and then there was all this stuff around her happening, but they were two different things. And what Cheryl did sort of blended everything together. So now it feels like it's one. Now.
It's more coherent now.
I was trying to connect everybody's artwork together, if that made sense. So I was trying to soften the transition between.
It's almost like tied a thread through it all.
Yeah.
So now it's integrated into all the layers. Like you literally painted on the collage. So it's integrated all the different layers more cohesively. I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
also the shadows just need that shadow, like I said, with the phthalo, I think was a phthalo blue. It's just it's like when you look down into water, you look down and the shadows are ultramarine. Then when you look mid-ground, you need to have more of the cooler blues because you get the reflection of the sky. And so shadows always tend to be warmer than what other areas are. And so what I did was I wanted to cool off that shadow to bring it down and to pull her down to give her
grounding.
I had that sense that the float was, that the head was floating off, and I was just trying to, connect it to the environment.
I think that's what was going on.
And besides, that's where I was at.
When it's an artist who's doing a portrait, that's a whole other. It's like the artist is choosing.
And also we vignette things, and like your daughter is vignetted, meaning that she's fading out and she's fading in and all that. And that's what portraiture does also. We always do sort of like parts when we sort of pull them out. I suppose it's not necessarily a thing to show you the perfect eye or the perfect lips, or how advertisers often do it with how they cut up.
Yeah.
But I suppose
they're commodifying our body parts.
Yeah, but I suppose we're so used to it, we probably don't really even notice it, do we?
I do still.
Yes, see, yes, see.
I do, but I did a whole lot of feminist studies. So maybe, you know, and I actually worked with Bonnie Sher Klein, who is a famous Canadian filmmaker who made a very well-known film way back in the day about pornography that was like groundbreaking. And so I was deeply influenced by a lot of those artists at that time. So I do still notice, and it is about commodification and exploitation, as opposed to whatever an artist is doing, which is completely different. You're not commodifying when you choose a slice of a face. You're enhancing, you're focusing, you're directing attention. It's a different thing from my perspective.
I think it's different. Yeah, it's different advertising to art, because if you think to Michelangelo, when you see his David is perfect, but it's not something that you see. It's or maybe the La Venere di Botticelli. It's she's perfect, and she was looking for something that it was beauty. So it's not something against, but it's art. Advertising is different. I agree about what the media try to convey and to create an image that it's irreal. But art is something different.
Something different, exactly. I think
See,
we're
I don't like.
going to have to wrap this up because it's you. And I'm not sure what we're doing next week, if we're going to be replaying one of our interviews or not.
Yes, we will be replaying Cheryl's interview, I believe.
Great, fabulous. It's been such a wonderful opportunity to have had Kate Taylor interview all of us. Give us this chance to express ourselves a little bit more fully as individual artists. And we really do want to thank Kate again. You can catch the podcasts on her Instagram account, Kate Taylor Art. And so we'll be replaying Cheryl's in-depth interview next week at this time slot, and all doing our adventures. And we're all going to be starting our 18 by 24 panels. It's exciting. We're wishing Ross speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing everybody come back. Please leave us questions, comments below. We'll be happy to get back to them. And you can always rewatch us on our YouTube channel. Just look up the International Art Alliance.
Bye, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.